ladies, I'm here on the show, and now I'm here to talk about some college football news. We're going to go over what happened, some news from last night, and some news so far throughout today. I've done my NFL playoff predictions, and I'm going to upload a NFL news as well, as I'm recording this one, so a few news videos here. Before I do my recaps tonight, I'm going to recap 2 NBA games and then Monday Night Raw. Might do another one of these college football videos later if there's more news, but let's get into some stuff from last night. So, Cincinnati transfer quarterback. This is from On3 Sports. Cincinnati transfer quarterback Brendan Sorsby is committed to Texas Tech. Hayes Fawcett and Pete Nakos report. So, kind of felt like he was going to go to Texas Tech when there was that locked prediction, I believe it was, that he was going to go to Texas Tech. It's a big pickup for Texas Tech. He can bring his experience, and I think he'll have some upside that can change that offense. I think he could be better than Bear Morton. Like I said, I'm not that high on Brandon Sorsby like others are, but I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a solid quarterback, and they're probably bringing some. They'll probably bring in some other transfers. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I think I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this last night or not, but Louisville running back Isaac Brown is staying at Louisville, and he will not enter the transfer portal. Hayes Fawcett and Pete Nakos report. Charlie Weiss Jr. told On3's Chris Sloan Monday he has no interest in going to the NFL and is committed to LSU. I'm fired up about finishing the job at Ole Miss in the future at LSU. I don't think he's going to go to the NFL. There's talks about that, and I don't see it. Trinidad Chambliss has agreed to a new deal with Ole Miss pending the eligibility waiver request being granted. He's seeking his 6th year of eligibility. Alabama linebacker Chloe Russaw has entered the transfer portal. The former 5-star totaled 49 tackles and 2 sacks for the last 2 seasons. DJ Lagway is apparently on cloud 9 after visiting FSU, seeing Cam Newton comparison from Seminoles offensive coordinator Gus Malzahn. That's so disrespectful to Cam Newton, dude. You're second in college football in interceptions thrown. Relax. You serious? Must be on cloud 9. Brandon Sorsby and Texas Tech have agreed to an NIL deal. It's apparently around $5 million for the 2026 season. Ooh, $5 million's a ton of money. He's gonna have to show out. He played on a losing team while passing for 2,800 yards and a 62 completion rate. What could go wrong here? $5 million for Brandon Sorsby? I mean, like I said, I think he's a solid quarterback, but I don't think he's some type of $5 million quarterback. They should just, if they were going to get a quarterback, they should have tried to just throw that money at Sam Levitt, but maybe he didn't want to go there. But yeah, let's go to Hayes Fawcett. That's a few things there from On3. So Georgia Tech transfer wide receiver Bailey Stockton has committed to Florida. The 5'11", 185 receiver totaled 38 receptions for 439 yards and 1 touchdown with the Yellow Jackets. He'll have 2 years of eligibility. Colorado transfer tight end Rocky Beers has committed to Oklahoma. He totaled 388 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns this season. What a name, Rocky Beers. USC defensive back Kevin Longstreet is entering the transfer portal. Transferred to USC in the spring of 25. Rutgers offensive lineman Taj White is entering the transfer portal. 6'5", 328, has made 20 career starts, 3-time All-Academic Big Ten selections, played over 730 snaps. Memphis true freshman transfer quarterback Antoine Hill Jr. is committed to Arkansas. He'll have 4 years of eligibility. He was one of the top QBs in the 2025 class. Penn State transfer edge Jalen Harvey is committed to North Carolina. Had a total 11 tackles and 1 sack in 2 seasons with the Nittany Lions, so he commits to North Carolina, 3 years of eligibility. Alabama transfer Jalen McQuabi is committed to Georgia Tech. Former 5-star plus athlete in the 2024 class going to Georgia Tech. Texas running back Quintravian Trey Weissner has committed to Florida State. He led Longhorns in rushing this season. Is one of the top running backs in the portal. Great move for Florida State. Florida State true freshman twin brothers Mandrell and Daryl Desir plan to enter the transfer portal. SMU running back Chris Johnson Jr. is in the transfer portal. He rushed for 479 yards in 2025. One of the fastest players in all college football. Wisconsin transfer Jameer Latimer has committed to West Virginia. He'll have 1 year of eligibility left. Virginia transfer receiver Trell Harris is committed to Oklahoma. 59 receptions for 847 yards and 5 touchdowns this year. All ACC receiver will have 1 year of eligibility left. Pitt transfer tight end Malachi Thomas is committed to LSU. Tight end, he's 6'4", 240, will have 2 years of eligibility left. NC State transfer Terrell Anderson is committed to USC. 2 seasons, he's totaled 53 catches for 787 yards and 6 touchdowns. Texas A&M corner Dez Ricks is re-signed with the Aggies and will return in 2026. Re-signed in college sports. Iowa State transfer offensive lineman Brendan Black is committed to Nebraska. He was a 3-year starter for the Cyclones. Missouri true freshman running back Marquise Davis is committed to Louisville. He was ranked as the number 5 running back in the class of 2025. He'll have 4 years of eligibility left. Him and Brown will be a good duo. Florida State transfer quarterback Kyle Bates is committed to Wisconsin. He'll have 3 years of eligibility left. Scroll down. Penn State transfer defensive back Elliott Washington II is committed to Clemson. He'll have 1 year of eligibility left. Colorado star transfer receiver Amarian Miller is committed to Arizona State. He totaled 45 receptions for 808 yards and 8 touchdowns this season. Really good move for Arizona State. Had Cutter Boley and now Amarian Miller. So Cutter Boley's got him a weapon right there with Amarian Miller. Kansas State transfer edge Chitty? What? Obizer has committed to Indiana. He'll have 2 years of eligibility left. Right back to work for Mr. Signetti. And then Baylor starting transfer interior offensive lineman Colton Price has committed to Kentucky. He tails on 6'3", 318 pounds. Interior offensive lineman started 31 consecutive games for the Bears. He's ranked as the number 1 interior offensive lineman in the On3 portal rankings. So, really love this move. Had probably the best center in the portal. Because they need to. Everybody wants to play for Will Stein. Hopefully Sam Levitt does too. But yeah, I think there was a crystal ball prediction that he was going to go to Kentucky. So, good way to start building that offensive line with Colton Price. Hell of a move here for Texas Tech. San Diego State star transfer edge Trey White has committed to Texas Tech. He was the 2-time first-team All-Mountain West selection. Has totaled 122 tackles, 19.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 INT through 3 seasons. Texas Tech laying straight elite defensive lineman. That oil money. UTSA transfer corner Davin Martin is committed to Texas Tech. He'll have 2 years of eligibility left. He'll have 0 touchdowns across 248 coverage snaps last year. So 2 great additions here from Texas Tech out of the transfer portal. Another one. Washington transfer. Bryce Butler is committed to Texas Tech. He'll have 1 year of eligibility. And he had a 79.6 run defensive grade. So maybe he's just a run defensive guy. 4-star defensive back Andre Clark has been released from signing with Michigan. Akron transfer defensive line Julian LaVenture is committed to Texas Tech. 45 tackles, 10.5 TFLs, 4 sacks on McNars. Now, Texas Tech. Yesterday was Indiana. Now today it's Texas Tech making all these moves. We already talked about Brendan Sorsby and Isaac Brown. Oklahoma transfer receiver Jaden Gibbs is committed to South Carolina. He'll have 2 years of eligibility left. Washington transfer linebacker Davin Bryant has committed to USC. Tulane transfer Brody Foley. Tight end will visit Notre Dame today and Wednesday. LSU transfer defensive lineman Amar Bro has committed Kentucky, 6'3", 270-pound defensive lineman. Getting a good one here on their defensive line. I believe he has 2 years of eligibility left. Harvard transfer, we already talked about that. Okay, well, that's all from Hayes Fawcett here. So let's move on to the transfer portal Twitter account. See if we have anything else. If not, then that'll be it. I know we got some more stuff coming in here. So Florida State starting linebacker Justin Cryer has entered the NCAA transfer portal. Oregon transfer corner Dakota Fields has committed to Oklahoma, Hayes Fawcett reports. Interior offensive lineman Mekhi Sena has signed with Purdue. USC transferred. Oregon transfer corner Jaleel Florence has committed to Missouri. Georgia Tech transfer wide receiver Bailey Stockton has committed to Florida. Michigan QB Mikey Keene has entered the NCAA transfer portal. Wisconsin receiver Tretch Kikahuna is committing to North Carolina. USF starting receiver Jeremiah Coger has signed with Auburn. Pete Nakos reports. It's a good move, man. Auburn's got a beast. I think he was a true freshman, but he's a beast. Michigan's transfer safety Jaden Mangum has signed with Purdue. Arizona State running back Kanye Udo plans to enter the NCAA transfer portal. Colorado State transfer running back Lloyd Avant has committed to Oklahoma. Nick Del Grande, Coastal Carolina transfer offensive tackle, is committed to Duke. North Carolina starting quarterback Gio Lopez plans to enter the NCAA transfer portal. Ohio State transfer linebacker C.J. Hicks has signed with the USF. He was a 5-star in the 2022 class. Arizona State transfer running back Raleigh Brown is locked in another SEC visit. Louisiana transfer running back Bill Davis is committed to Virginia Tech. Buffalo transfer Victor Snow, receivers signed with NC State, total 815 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns this season. Michael Hawkins Jr., Oklahoma transfer quarterback, is committed to West Virginia. And Florida transfer QB DJ Lagway will visit Virginia in the near future. Nakai Davenport, USF transfer, signed with Auburn, running back. And then tight end Jonathan Eccles, also from USF, going to Auburn. New Hampshire defensive back Darren Burton II has entered the transfer portal. Florida transfer defensive lineman Tarvois Brown is committed to North Carolina. I think we already talked about maybe Elliott Washington, Penn State transfer corner, committed to Clemson. If I haven't, then there that is. Texas A&M transfer wide receiver Zay Williams is signed with Kansas State. Lakota Dupree, James Madison transfer. Lakota Dupree is committed to Florida. Chase Sowell, Iowa State transfer, is committed to Penn State. Dylan Lonergan, Boston College transfer, is committed to Rutgers. We got one more thing coming in here. Auburn quarterback Deuce Nye has officially entered the NCAA transfer portal. I believe he's a 5-star freshman. If Kentucky can't get Sam Levitt, maybe they could go after this dude, but he could go over to USF, honestly. But yeah, that's really it. That's all the news here so far today. If there is a lot more, I might do another one of these college football news later tonight, but yeah, we'll see. But leave a like, subscribe for more. Next time out. Peace.